Morning guys, Rural Homesteaders here. John speaking. Heat. What do we do when it's 100 degrees for weeks on end with our plants? Here's our front garden, and I want to talk for a minute about what we've done to help with the heat. So as you can see, we've just got a abundance of stuff growing here. And this is our front yard garden. This is right there by the front door. So we walk by this every morning. So we come out in the mornings and we give it a good watering, try and make sure that we've got some something for them to work on for the day. As you can see, we just got stuff coming up right and left. Everything's doing great. But I'm having more of a problem with the stuff that doesn't have cover. So what we did was we put some cover, we put some not cover on top of this garden. This is a horseshoe garden that we put together. And everything that is out in the sun has got burnt ends on it. As you can see right here, the sun's coming in and it is just so hot that it's scorching these and burning them. And so we've had to adjust a little bit, try and put more sensitive stuff underneath the canopy. It'll grow a little longer in the vine. So some of our vines here that you see actually are working their way up. We'll end up with fruit up here in the canopy, but not in the bottom. So all that bottom stuff will just be roughage. And then instead of pulling out some of the plants that we'd already finished with for the year, we've left them in, let the bugs get to them a little bit, but they're gonna provide some shade for things that we're planting underneath. As you can see over here, we've got some lemon cucumbers. Damn bugs. We've got some lemon cucumbers in here that just absolutely couldn't stand the heat. And so some of them have died off. This is some more of it right here. So we may end up getting some of it out of it, but we're not holding our breath. It's just too hot for it. Then we took some of our bigger plants and we planted them in the shade, and they're coming up on the outside. Like you see this eggplant right here. Eggplant's doing great, but if you look at the top of it, you can see again where that sun is just so hot it's burning right through the leaves. Which is okay because we got plenty of leaves and we got plenty of cover and we got plenty of eggplants coming in on it as well. So that's one of the strategies we're using, is leaving our old foliage in there to act as a buffer for some of the stuff that's on the inside, so it'll have a little more shade. Did the same thing here in our teepee. This is our teepee that we grow our grapes on. We also grow beans and some other things up it. And as you can see, these are some of the beans that are coming in. But if you look at the beans, you're gonna see that on the tips of them, we're again, it's just getting so hot out there that the tips of them are starting to burn. So what we're doing is we're growing our beans, and we'll be picking these today. We're not gonna let them get any bigger. We usually would, but we're not growing these for seed. So we're gonna make these snap beans and just eat them as they are. Let me see if I can get around here a little bit. So we've got plenty of grapevine growing around here. Doing a real good job. It's looking real nice and healthy. Buried and nestled inside the grapevines, we've still got grapes in here. Let's see if I can find some of those grapes. So we've switched grapes to a different type of grape. This is a long, thin grape, which likes to hide way down deep inside the bush, as opposed to the little round grapes that you get from the other stuff. So these are nestling in here, and they're doing a lot better job of staying nice and hydrated in this 100-degree heat without having a problem. So there are some things we can do when it gets this hot out here. We got to plan ahead of time. We've got to grow to the season. We've got to grow to the climate. And whether we like it or not, need to start looking at changing the way we're growing stuff. This tomato plant, again, the tomato plant's doing okay, but it's just getting so hot that we're getting some burnt leaves on it as well. So hope it gives you guys some ideas on how to grow a little better with the amount of heat that we've got coming in. And you find a way to keep your plants in this heat wave from melting. Thanks for watching.